You know, Rodney Crowell's journey in country music is as impressive as it gets. From Houston, Texas to Nashville, Tennessee, he's always been great at songwriting, but in my opinion, he's also great at delivering a song. Our Texas legend this time around, Rodney Crowell.
Oh, baby, I lied. I couldn't leave you if I tried.
I was first introduced to Rodney Crowell's music when Diamonds and Dirt came out, and I'm sure a lot of people, would say the same thing. It's probably his biggest hit record.
But that Diamonds and Dirt record, I mean, Willie and I wore it out. I mean, we listened to it. I mean, I can whistle every solo on that record, I mean.
They're doing the Steamboat Music Festival that happens every year, and he is going to be the tribute artist this year. And so John Dixon, who was the promoter for that festival, he called and told us that Rodney was going to be the tribute artist, and the first thing I said was, can we just do the whole Diamonds and Dirt record?
He's got an amazing way with words. I mean, he's one of the most unbelievable poets I've ever had the pleasure of listening to.
And I've just recently started writing songs. And I feel like every time I'm in there and I'm trying to figure out how to do it, I always think of one person, and that's Rodney Crowell. He's the Houston kid.
What would Rodney do?
We're making a shirt, yeah. We're making Kelly a shirt that says,
what would Rodney do?
WWRD.
Yes. Really?
Mama kept the Bible read, and Daddy kept our family fed, and somewhere in between I must have grown. That's a song that as a kid, I remember hearing that and just going, man, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna do it, and down the road, you figure out how hard the road is.
I've been a fan of his since the 80s, but I really am impressed as much or more with his newest work than anything. His last 3 records, I've just been really, really crazy about the way poetically that he moves. He's just so diverse.
I truly have the utmost respect for him. I think those last few records he's done have been, there was a groove there he was in with Fate's Right Hand and all those, The Outsider, that he was just really in a cool groove producing and writing. It was really cool.
Maybe if the country music business worked a little more like the rock and roll business, that Rodney Crowell would be known as one of the greatest artists of the last 30 or 40 years, just because he's got so much depth and creativity as a writer, and the soul that he delivers it with. There's really nobody quite like him. He's on a par with, Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, Tom Waits, you name it. One of my very favorites.